I usually take this opportunity to have a look around the pipe work on the sprayer while it's folded out in the field. On this particular machine, the gradual swept elbow, avoiding sharp fluid movements in the solid, saves risk of a flexible pipe perishing on a fold. You're also checking for any mechanical faults, that there's no cracks in any welds, all nuts are tight, all up against where they should be. On somewhere like this where we can see that it goes against, we put a little bit of extra pipe in, another sleeve, to protect the inner water pipe. All the pivot points, we're checking all the pivot points, grease them regularly. Again, looking for cracks. In the metalwork of your boom, the essential bit to look for is cracks. The flushing filter on this machine allows us to quite regularly just twist the tap and flush the filter, the inline filter on the pressure side of the system, back into the tank, and then it will then be sucked back through the main filter, which we clean more regularly. So anything that's drawn on water-wise would initially go through there, and then when you're actually pumping the spray around the tank to spray out, also goes back through there. The flush back to tank you can do quite regularly, so you're always keeping that clean as you pass by. When you're in the spray store filling up, that's quite easy to do with the turn of a lever. The main suction one, more of a weekly sort of thing, or definitely when we're changing between crops. Boom folded up, it's on its cradle, so it's in its safest formation for me to get in here to get access. Right, I've just brought the filter out to show you. Yeah, a little bit of residue on there, not too bad. If we can't knock it out in situ, we have to take it for a clean. As you can see on this side, we can also check any while we've got good access to it. Pipe work on the pressure side of the piston and diaphragm pump. The induction hopper, which we use mainly when we're filling in the spray store. Yeah, check you've got no drips coming from it when you've got the water going through it. Check that all your pipe work again is good. Keep the condition good, and you won't have problems. Well, the Ramsey box help us maintain a consistent, even pressure. One of our maintenance program on an annual basis is to replace the rubber inside it, because that's something that gets a fair bit of stick, and if you're a farm where you're using a lot of powders and that, these things cause more problems.
How often do you wash down the outside of your sprayer?
It's one of those things as required as much as anything. What we're going to do now is pressure test everything. That means we push the pressure up at least 2 bar above our normal operating pressure. We do it after we fitted new parts or repaired any pipe work, and potentially we do it beforehand at different stages just to check that we haven't got faults. By going for the increased pressure above what we normally operate at, we push the pipes to the more extremes. If they're good there, they'll be good at the lower pressure, and if they're good at the lower pressure, we keep spraying. Maximum we'll ever spray at is between 3.5, maximum 4, so we're pushing it up to 6 bar to be able to do a test through. So we put the pressure up, we then walk around the entire machine again, looking for any weeps on joints or slight splits. We're looking for leaks.
Inatreq Active is a cereal fungicide for the control of septoria and rusts. For application of any product containing Inatreq Active, Corteva has issued the following best practice guidance. The maximum concentration should not exceed 2 litres of product in 285 litres of water per hectare, a maximum spray concentration of 0.7%. Inatreq spray solutions should not be left in the spray tank overnight. At the end of each day's spraying, operators should rinse through the sprayer tank, pump and lines. Inatreq should not be used in sprayers equipped with pulse width modulation technology. Corteva recommends replacing pump diaphragms annually, ideally with NBR or Blue Flex parts. Abide by the pump manufacturer's service recommendations. For anti-drip diaphragms, EPDM parts are recommended, or operators can modify air shut-off anti-drip valves to use Teflon replacements. If neither of these options are possible, Corteva recommends replacing all existing pneumatic anti-drip diaphragms or pistons with new parts before spraying products containing Inatreq. It's important to check these after use too. If your sprayer has a Ramsey box, you should replace the diaphragm seal during winter maintenance. For more information, go to corteva.co.uk/Inatreq advice.